Hi guys, and welcome to the first of our Let's Play videos for Forza Horizon 3. If you want to support Team VVV, you can do so by giving us a thumbs up. And if you want to keep up to date on all the latest racing video games, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So I thought I'd kick off from the very beginning of the game, so you will see a lot of stuff that you've already seen in the demos, or in the demo in the first of the few videos. But you know, it is what it is. So I thought it's best to start from the beginning. So we're going through the rainforest here, through the puddle, and soon enough we'll come to the off-roader section. But we are currently driving the Centenario from the cockpit view. What I'll do is I'll scroll through the various viewpoints as we go along, just to keep everyone happy. Oh, and the brakes there, a little bit late. I do have the traction control and stability control turned off. At the moment it's just on the normal difficulty, but I may decide to turn it up pretty shortly, but we'll see how we get on with it anyway. So now this is Warren in his off-roader, Monster Energy off-roader. And of course this is one of the main focuses of Forza Horizon 3, that's why it's in Australia, because we can get our off-roading on. So massive air straight away. Oh, not a great landing there, we went sideways off that ramp or bump. Struggle to get back on and hitting the tree there, so not a good start. But it is very different to the road stuff, you know, particularly in this heavy, I believe this is a trophy truck, correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, you do get a real sense of the car's weight. You know, you're steering and it just is a bit of a delay, just translates that weight very well as we go through these tunnels and once again out onto the beach that we've seen many times over now. It is completely synonymous now with Forza Horizon 3. Great visuals, lovely sunset effects, and the waves as well looking very impressive, as you can see. Perhaps the sky not as impressive as the waves, but it still all looks pretty decent. So coming around this area then, once more. We played all this in the demo of course, but we'll just go over it once more, and eventually we'll get past the demo area and we'll start to see new events. So there are lots of little cutscenes in this game, I noticed, but it just goes to show off the game's beauty. So we've got these black screens as well, which I'm not a great fan of. Would have been nice to see something else up, but here we are then, the wonderful Centenario. And once again into a cutscene there, just showing off the different times of day and the Horizon events. There's several events actually in this game, which you unlock one by one, as I understand it, if the demo is anything to go by at least. And of course you've got the buggies there, you've got the street racers, you've got the supercars, and you've got all the different locations. So it looks pretty stunning. So that Mercedes sounding pretty vicious. Okay, so we're going to choose our guy, and my name's Kevin, so you're going to call me Kevin? Call me Kevin, yes. So I am the festival boss, there I am, giving a little wave to the crowd. So it'd be interesting to see how the game plays out as me as the boss, and what sort of control I have over any sort of events. Nice looking Ferrari there. The 458 Italia. So we've got a new event kicking off now. We're going to be driving this off-roader once more. Different off-roader to the one we drove previously though, as we wait for the game to load. So this is the off the chain event then. So this off-road is much more responsive than the one we drove previously. So it is a lighter vehicle and they really do translate that weight very well. So it certainly is a much different experience to the off-roader I've just driven. So pretty cool start to the game, isn't it? They give you a variety of vehicles early on, a variety of environments, a variety of terrains. And of course each terrain you're on gives you a different sense of like the vibration through the controller. I am playing this with a controller and it's given me a good sense of what the car's doing and what surface I'm actually driving on through the vibrations. So we're driving this wonderful off-roader. We're racing against a helicopter, no less, and that Jeep, which does have a guy in it suspended from the helicopter. And these are very typical events you find in Forza Horizon series. I'm not sure how much is scripted, whether it's all scripted or is it 95% scripted, but it is a heavily scripted event. And you know, you get these every so often just to add a little bit more fun to the game. No doubt I'll be racing against trains and all sorts in the future too. So on the beach again, you know, different vibration through the controller, and the vehicle itself is not well, it's topping out at about 97 miles per hour, so it does struggle on the beach, but back on dirt is where it's at its best. So we go through the water there. So the helicopter pilot struggling to avoid the houses as I just get on about my business. And back off-road then. So again, you can see the car accelerating. So it's very much at home on the dirt, as you can imagine. So we go for this tight turn on the brakes, a little bit off the accelerator there before planting it back on. So we're going to try and avoid this water here. So we go splashing through yet another puddle or river, I'm not sure what that was. But it is showing me in second position on the top right of the screen, and we've progressed through just over halfway of this event. Oh, a bit of a slide there. So we do have a rewind function. Actually, I'm just going to show that off. So rewinding the action, and then you can rewind further. So it is a handy feature. Actually, we're going to change viewpoint now. I'm going to go for some hood or bumper cam. Yeah, bumper cam action. Or is that, no? That's the bumper cam. So we've got bonnet cam in it, I suppose this would be called, although you can't see any of the bonnet. But stunning visuals. You know, these rainforest areas, dense trees, well, fairly dense at least. You know, good foliage, nice leaves, good textures. It just gives that believability in the environment. Some nice shadows as well. You can see the complexity of the shadows on the dirt surface as well, which is really good to see. It's amazing what I've squeezed out of the Xbox One as we trigger this cutscene once more, which you've seen no less from the demo. So coming up to the last stages of the event, coming up to the 85% mark. There we go. So we're expecting the Jeep to be cut free from the helicopter any moment now, and we'll get the overtake before the finish line. That's the idea, at least. Not sure what happens if you don't finish first, but we don't want to find out. So we make the overtake there, and we're going to come across the line to finish the very first event. So there you go, first place, and we get our rewards here. We've got new fans, and we have to unlock the next festival, which we do so by gaining fans, I believe. So there we go. That was that. A nice event to put you into the action. I do like the look of that Jeep, I have to say. I hope I get my hands on that. But look at that Centenario. Look at the low profile tyres, huge rims. It's got a stunning presence. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. So that was the end of that event then. So it looks like we're going to go back into the Centenario.
Starting to bring some pretty big name guest drivers into the festival now.
So that was the first achievement unlocked of many, hopefully. So we're going to set a waypoint now to our next location.
Find them, beat them in a race, and we can sign.
So we're only seeing a very small portion of the map. So it'll be interesting to see just how big this map is. So here we go then, back into the Centenario. And we're going to do some chase cam action. So we've got a little bit of a drive now to the next event or sequence. So it's a little bit harder to control in chase cam, just simply because I'm not used to controlling racing games in chase cam. So majorly on the brakes there, getting through this 90-degree left-hander. and we've got about 2 miles to drive now, so we'll try and do this as quickly as possible as we get through the rainforest area. But there are 2 chase cams. There's this one here and you've got a further one here, so plenty of viewpoints for everyone to find a favourite. We're going to stick with the chase cam 2 for a little while. Right, the cars feel good, they handle well, brakes feel solid enough. We do have ABS on at the moment, but I may decide to turn that off. And you do get little bonuses for trading paint, for sliding, for crashing into things. So I'm not sure what that all equates to, but I have to sort of learn as I get along. So we're going to challenge this Ferrari now. This is the Red Ferrari. So let's have a race. We're going to go into the cockpit cam before this little race. So getting past the roundabout there. And so this is a 3.5 kilometre race. So it is another pretty quick race. Oh, look at that. That was not good, was it? But, we are racing the Red Ferrari, not the car immediately in front of me, has to be said. So picking up some nice speed here as we approach 200 miles per hour. So here we go then, looking to get, there we go, so 200 miles per hour. Nice. Looks pretty fast, but it doesn't quite look like I'm going 200 miles per hour. Or at least not that I can imagine. I've never driven at 200 miles per hour, so... But I'm going to come across the line here, so we get the win.
Right, nice work. Let's get them signed up to your lineup.
And now it looks like we're going to be recruiting a driver tar. My very first one.
Fans will attract to the festival. I'll let you know next time we've identified a potential lineup recruit.
So we're going to hire this driver tar. We're going to be driving to the beach.
100 meters, their left.
And we've just unlocked yet another... Oh no, sorry, I thought I unlocked a trophy, but it wasn't. So back on the beach. And we're going to get to choose from one of 4 cars in just a moment. I know all this because I've played the demo, like many of you have, of course. But what we're going to do is going to leave it here for now for the first video. And we're going to kick things off from choosing the vehicle on the very next video. So that was it for now. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, and thanks for watching.